Gentlemen, let me share something that might change everything you know about thriving under the gun. Picture Michael Jordan, the zenith of peak performance, yet even he didn't always shine brightest under acute stress. Intriguing, isn't it? Let's say you have a pivotal life moment looming, like selling your house or nailing that mortgage deal, and your pulse is racing. Most folks will whisper, "Just calm down," as though those 3 words wield magic. Yet, research throws a curveball at this ancient wisdom, showing that attempts to pacify your inner storm often lead to unconvincing performances. Interesting twist: embrace the jitters. Convert nervousness to excitement and watch as your confidence skyrockets. A trick validated by science that can improve your outcomes by up to 22%. Imagine that before a big investment pitch, declaring with gusto, "I'm psyched for this." Take it from me, it's like turning your internal gears into a high-performance engine that defies the shackles of pressure. Now, let's delve into a scenario. You've got 6 months to pen a bestseller with the tempting bait of $1 million contract. The strain could shackle you, or you could dissect the task into what it essentially is: crafting a series of engaging narratives, much like you're discussing a riveting topic with your closest confidant. Suddenly, the Goliath of a project is reduced to a series of more approachable David-sized tasks. It's much like when the subscribers here began to spiral, each new view amplifying the weight of expectation. But here's the secret: creating content for an auditorium or a single viewer demands the same creative fuel. By reframing the situation into one I was familiar and comfortable with, I flipped the script on anxiety and set my mind free to innovate. Now, let's consider the precision of a craftsman like Greg Maddux. He honed his focus on what he could master: those initial moments when the baseball was still within his grasp. Everything beyond that point was outside his jurisdiction. Adopt his strategy. When you're making that critical trade or presenting a game-changing business plan, be the master of your realm. Calibrate your breath, stand tall, and recall the hours of groundwork laid. Concentrate on what you can command in the present. Let it become your sanctuary against the chaos of consequence. Combining these insights provides a potent cocktail for transcending pressure. As you step into your next big moment, arm yourself with these affirmations. I'm electrified to engage. Truth be told, it's just like any other day at the office, and let me zero in on what's under my influence. Flip through the pages of Performing Under Pressure, and you'll find pearls of wisdom that could steer you through the tumultuous seas of high-stakes environments. I highly recommend it for anyone who dares to rise above the ordinary when the heat is on. To those who've just joined us, extend your learning journey by subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button, ring the bell for notifications, and become partners in the path to peak performance. As we wrap up, if you found value in today's insights, feel free to support the channel with a tip that mirrors the benefits you've gained. A heartfelt thank you to all your dedication to growth is what fuels this journey. Until our next encounter, keep sharpening your edge and stay sterling strong. Imagine this. You're knocking on doors, the uncertainty of strangers eyeing you cautiously from the other side, and yet, somehow, you convince them to welcome you in, to trust you, to invest in what you're offering. It's an art form, a dance of words and gestures that turn no into yes, and it's one you can master. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 key persuasion techniques that can drastically tilt fortune in your favor in any aspect of life. So stick around, and by the end, you'll be well equipped to steer results toward your desired outcome. Let's delve into these compelling strategies that turn my everyday into a symphony of successful pitches. The first one is a gesture so subtle yet so effective, you'll wonder why you hadn't used it before. It's called the affirmation nod. Picture this scenario. As a telecommunications salesman, my goal was to convince homeowners to consider switching services. As I talked about their current provider's speed, a gentle nod, just 15 degrees, repeated 3 times, got them agreeing before they even realized it. It's like a nodding symphony, leading the conversation rhythmically towards agreement. Fascinating, isn't it? And it's not just hearsay. Studies show restaurant servers increased orders by 40% of suggested dishes with this same tactic. It's psychology in motion, and it works wonders. Next, let's uncover the foot in the door phenomenon that psychologists have been harping on for years. It starts with an innocent enough request, something as simple as borrowing a TV remote. Once you've secured that initial yes, the door creaks open for bigger asks, like stepping into their home. Believe it or not, this technique lands me in the living room 90% of the time I knock on a stranger's door. And if you think that's impressive, let me introduce you to Yes Mode, a 1-2 punch where the second yes is easier once the first one's in the bag. It primes the conversation for a string of agreements, each request moving the marker closer to your ultimate goal. And remember the affirmation nod? Imagine pairing it with these asks. It's like a secret combo that boosts your persuasive power to new heights. Now, brace yourself for the third and arguably most decisive technique I've dubbed assuming the close. This one twists the script entirely. Instead of asking, you're affirming. May I have your social security number? No, now that won't fly. But put your social security number right here? That commands action, and it does so almost effortlessly. Apply this to everyday scenarios. You're not innocuously inviting someone out, you're confidently setting the date. Let's go grab coffee on Thursday. It's assertive, it's compelling, and it expresses a confidence that is downright magnetic. These strategies aren't just separate arrows in your quiver. Combine them. Layer them. For when you do, each interaction becomes a chess game where you're always thinking 3 moves ahead. Try these techniques and watch the transformation in real time. But persuasion techniques aren't only about getting your way. They're about connection, understanding mutual benefits, and setting the foundation for solid relationships, whether in business, romance, or daily encounters. These methods merge the realms of social psychology and real-world pragmatism, providing you a toolkit for navigating the many interactions that define modern life. Yet, we've only scratched the surface here. The path to persuasive mastery is a pursuit of lifelong learning, delving deeper into the human psyche, and refining your communication tactics. So I extend an invitation to you: subscribe to this channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell. With your engagement, we can continue this journey together, exploring the vast terrains of personal finance, smart money tactics, and the divine masculine essence in professional growth. Now, think of these techniques in the context of your financial endeavors. Negotiating your mortgage or insurance terms, discussing rates with your attorney, or laying out the vision for your next big investment. Imagine the edge these techniques afford. Also consider it in modern dating, legal negotiations, or when you're out there in the real estate market looking to sell a house. It's about combining the wisdom of the strongest male heroes with a bulldog mindset, and arming yourself with knowledge that steers you toward success. Remember, the power of persuasion extends beyond mere words. It's a dance of intellect, intent, and influence. Whether you're an entrepreneur eyeing the next lucrative deal or simply working on enhancing your digital marketing strategies, the art of persuasion is key. So, what methods will you integrate into your life from this video? Which technique do you see transforming your next big deal, or even your next personal interaction? Before we part ways, if you found value in our time today, consider expressing your thanks. As always, a link is available in the description for those who wish to contribute a token of appreciation proportional to the wealth of knowledge you've gained. Max Sterling out, leaving you with one parting thought. Every conversation is an opportunity, every interaction a potential triumph. Use these techniques wisely, and may your path to success be as inevitable as the turning of the earth.